guys, Ash Lane here. Today I'm coming at you with something a little bit different today, with a new update possibly looming sometime in the near future for Clash of Clans. I'm going to bring a much requested video giving my ideas for both the next update and for future calendar year of Clash of Clans new content. So while I do this, I'm just going to play some random attacks from our last clan war in Clash with Ash clan. So let's get into my ideas for what the game could do to improve and features I'd love to see in the game, right? So we're going to start with some high-end stuff, and it's not necessarily high-end, it will apply to all players, but sometimes you have to focus on the max bases or close to max bases and consider those fixes for end game stuff to do, content to add to the game, because we'll all eventually be max bases, right? We'll all eventually need to do something other than just clan war, because farming will be done. So anyway, let's start with league chat, right? So that's a very minor thing, but I think it would help the game a lot. I mean, you're placed into leagues every single season, right? You barely, if you're like me, you barely even glance at your league. Maybe you look once in a while, just, you know, for the novelty of it, but you don't really do anything. You don't interact with those players. Add a league chat. Supercell already has the ability to place us in leagues anyway, so why not add a league chat? And my whole idea would be to revamp the entire league system and make it, instead of based on trophies, I would make it a round-robin type tournament. And you'd be placed in leagues not by your trophy, but by your base weight and in your strength, in your offensive strength, similar to the same algorithm they use for clan wars. And this would be an opt-in system, so you wouldn't automatically be placed in it, but for however long the time frame would be, you would go ahead and battle once a day with somebody else in your league. You'd attack their village, and then at the end of the season, whoever had the most stars would get cool points, rewards. It could be so many different types of things, and this is going to tie exactly into my next feature I'd love to see into the game. It'd be customization and specialization, right? So every base right now is kind of the same. Every max base is the same, and you have very little customization as far as Expo up or down, Inferno Towers multi or single, you have your skeleton traps, and that's about it, right? So I'd like to see more things customized, like Archer Towers maybe shoot 3 arrows at a time that do less damage, or they can do the same. Cannons shoot slower but shoot fireballs with more damage. You can have aesthetic customization, different color town halls or flags or tons of stuff. But even more importantly, my idea would be to tie in this whole clan league stuff I just talked about with these new customization and specialization features. So the idea would be is in your leagues, you're competing for league points, or you can call them whatever you want, whatever spiffy name you want to come up with. It wouldn't be war, but it would be individual league points or something like that, right? And once you get these points, you'd be able to trade them in for bonuses that you can use in the game. These bonuses would actually be specialization bonuses. So I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole here, but the specialization bonuses would also have levels. People love levels. People love getting experience, leveling up, and that's the whole idea of clan perks, right? So my specialization ideas would be level 1, for example, plus 3% effectiveness on your heal spells. You can choose to specialize in different kind of spells. Plus 5, level 2 would be plus 5% on rage spells. Level 3 would be plus 10% effectiveness on rage spells. And the idea would be, it would take a while for you to level up all your little specializations, and eventually you could actually look on a player's profile, and they could have all their specialization points under a special specialization tab. I think that'd be a really cool feature to add in the game, because not only would it fix a high-end gaming content, right? This is not a lot left for us top players to do, other than go for cups and go for clan wars just for the pride, because we don't need the loot. So this would be really cool, because you could take these abilities would help you in clan war. They would also help you in single-player trophy hunting. They'd help you in everything, in farming. So all kinds of cool possibilities down that road. Another idea is in the future is, and now these are more outside the box ideas, I guess, but they're still very viable, and I don't think this will be coming anytime soon, but when Town Hall 11 does come, because it will come someday, you'll obviously need a bigger map. So I think that when you need a bigger map, if you're going to have way more units, because I think we're getting a little cramped as is with the air sweepers in there, so you'll have a bigger map. And then you'll also, I think it will be important to add a third hero. Now, I know this is talked about quite a bit, but I think just to even out the game a little bit, it could be, there's endless ideas for new heroes to add to the game, but I think a bigger map with a new hero would add tons of possibilities of fun gameplay and experimentation to the game. And the last thing that I know is not going to come this next update as well, but I think it would be great for the game to have is quests, right? So I don't mean anything cheesy or too involved, but a lot of games out there, and I think it's really cool, have daily type quests. So maybe it could be as simple as winning 3 battles, winning 5 battles, or winning 10 battles a day. And if you meet those daily quests, those daily objectives, you'll actually get maybe 20 gems or 10 gems or whatever, 50 gems. It doesn't matter. Or if you have other systems of reward in the game, you could actually give war points or perk points or, all types of other things, as well as just experience. So that's something they could add, and not only will that help the player progress, and it will adds a fun element to the game, something to actually do, but it also will help Supercell because it will, players who have lost a little bit of interest, because there's always players coming in and out of the game, it will give people a reason to log in. They'll feel obligated to, hey, at least get my dailies and my weekly quests done. And then the last thing, I guess, I've said last thing like 3 times now, right, guys? I guess the last thing would be very, very high-end content, but I would love to see a new league. I think it's time, right? Because you can see that easier and easier to get to Champions League. So I think at 30, just go by the same system we have in play right now. I don't think you should scrap the whole trophy idea altogether with, but why not just add another league? Make Champions 1, 2, and 3, and then add a whatever league. I don't know what it would be, but add a even better league on top of Champions League. A little bit of a loot bonus, and it would just be cool to add a league to the game, to be honest with you. Just have a new badge and a new sign of dominance in the game, a new thing for people to try to unlock to get some gems and achievements, and, it'd just be pretty cool. So those are my ideas I'd like to see in the game. I know they're not the same as a lot of people's ideas. One thing I should mention, because I know this is the biggest thing in the community right now, is I think that you should definitely be able to war with your heroes, even if they're upgrading. I mean, you can war with everything else. All your defensive units are saved, even if they're upgrading. So why not at least be able to war with your heroes if they're down, using the previous level? I'm not trying to create an unfair advantage, but using the previous level of your heroes, I don't see any problem with warring with that, and I think that is actually going to be on the way the next update. I have no insider knowledge, but this is my guess. So guys, I hope you enjoyed these ideas. Please share your own ideas and let me know what you think of my whole new league strategy. Is it a good idea? Does it just make the game more messy? What do you think? Can you add on to it? And hey, chime in with any other ideas you may have, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to my ideas, and tell your clanmates about me, guys. I appreciate it. Take care.